All right, we are now live and recording. So I was just giving a quick summary in case anyone hasn't heard of Revive Club. So we are working through fractional. It is a minimum of $10,000 to invest, but you can invest as much as you want. We are doing a 10% return, but as mentioned, we will not hit a 10% return unless we are doing deals, right? But we all have to vote. So everyone will be an active member of this LLC. It's very, very important that everybody votes, okay? We actually have to get, at least to approve a deal, I have to get half of you to all come and vote, and we have to get a 51% majority, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing at the end of June. So the other thing I just mentioned was we are going to wrap up Revive Club by June 30th. So by the end of the day, Monday, we are locking in and we're going to move forward regardless. We've already raised over $500,000, so it's gone phenomenal. We're moving forward. We're going to crush it and go get those 20 deals either way. But we're going to close out by June 30th, and then there should be about a 2-week window. I was just saying I can't guarantee that it will be 2 weeks. It all depends on fractional, and it all depends on how fast we can get everybody to fund their money. So when we email you guys are going to have to be responsive to get going. But in those, we'll call it roughly 2 weeks, we will all be presenting the exact deals that we're going to work on funding, because my goal is when fractional gives us a green light, we have already all voted and we are doing deals. Because in order to get that full 10%, we need to do deals for an entire year. So that is it in a nutshell. What else? What questions do you guys have so far about Revive Club? I talked about timing. We'll talk about this awesome thing I got, this awesome challenge I got going on for the ride-alongs in a second. But any questions on Revive Club? I'm getting lots of people coming in too, which is great.
Casey, what you're closing on the 30th for the projects that you have. When will you open up again? After you close those, or when you're done 50%? Where you at?
Yeah, so to clarify, on June 30th, that will be the last day to cut it off, right? At that point, it will close out, right? And then we will have, at that point, fractional has to go do all the documents, because we'll know who's going to be involved in that, right? We'll know all the players, we'll know who's going to be part of Revive Club. So it'll take them about 2 weeks to generate the documents and get everybody to wire the rest of their money. So for some of you guys who want to be part of Revive Club, to solidify your spot before the end of day on June 30th, all you have to do is put 2% down. So if you want to invest 10K, you just got to put $200 down through fractional, okay? I'll have Ashley share the fractional account just in case some of you guys might not have it. I'm guessing Brady doesn't have it. Some of you guys, some other people might not have it yet. We will cut off June 30th, and then we'll have those 2 weeks to decide on the deals, right? Then we can start voting, because it's going to take roughly 2 weeks. And again, it could be 3. It could be, I don't think it'll be 1. I would love for it to be 1. I will push for it to be 1, but I think that's unlikely. But as soon as we can get all the funds in, that's when we'll start doing deals, right? But we're going to start voting somewhere between July 1st and July 15th is when we'll start voting on the deals. That way we can start doing the deals July 15th. I mean, you know what is a good question is I'll have to ask fractional, when does our 2-year window start? I'm going to see if we could start that when like all the funds are in versus July 1st, right? That way we get even more time to do more deals. But I'll have to check with fractional on that one. Who's excited to hear about the challenge? How you guys can win 4 people. We're going to choose 4 people to come with us to our ride along, all right? Up to Salt Lake. So first off, who has heard about the ride along? Has anybody saw it on social media? Or a lot of you guys were on Problems to Profits today. Has anybody else heard about it that was not on Problems to Profits today? You guys can raise your hand, or most of you guys were on there. I'm just curious because I've been talking about it, and I feel like, did anybody get an email about it from Ashley or myself saying, hey, go get referrals? Okay, Maritza's saying, Carolyn is. Okay, all right, so you guys know. So I'm going to go over it and make it super crystal clear. So first off, what does Revive, or what is the ride along going to look like? I did this. Some of you guys have met at No One Left Behind Challenge. I did a ride along. I did one with Chris, and I did one with Jeff and Colin. They all came with me. We rented an Airbnb. We stayed together every day. We rode to the New Reach to Pace's office every day. We went and did dinner. It was fun. Like, we got to hang out. They got to ask questions. It was just a really cool, fun experience. So I'm like, I want to do more of these. So we decided every year, my company does what we call base camp, okay? Where we work up in Wyoming, lots of mountains, right? We did not take that. We had base camp before Squad Up Summit, I promise you. We've had it. This is our 5th year of doing it, base camp. So what we do is every year I get my team together, which is my sales team, my property management team, all my contractors. We all get together somewhere in Wyoming, and we do some fun team bonding, right? We've done Top Golf. We've gone and done fun concerts. This year, we're going to do something around Salt Lake City or even Park City, do something outdoors, okay? But we get together, we go check out properties together, we do some strategy sessions. So what I wanted to do is bring 4 people so you guys could be a fly on the wall. And not only you're going to be able to ride with me, I'm going to pick you guys up in Salt Lake for you guys and drive you up to Evanston, where we're going to be having the base camp, right? But you guys are going to all get to come ask me whatever questions you want in the car. But the coolest thing is you guys get to be a fly on the wall in all my team meetings, right? Hear how we're working and setting goals, hear how we're we're actually going to be like working on my team, like helping them set their vision. We're going to do the same thing I'm doing at the Revive Summit. So a lot of you guys will answer those questions too in a second if you have questions on Revive Summit. But a big thing at Revive Summit is we're planning out our 10-year goals, right? I'm going to be doing some of that with my team. You guys are going to see that up in Evanston. So going to be a really fun, cool experience. All right. So I want to bring 4 people. But guys, I need your help. And this is why I came up with this. Okay. So whoever can help me get the most referrals for Revive Club, that's how we're going to decide who gets to go, who the 4 tickets go to. All right. They're not actually tickets. They're just 4 spots. All right. So you get 5 points if somebody invests. All right. If somebody actually goes through and invests. All right. But I also understand that not everyone's going to invest. I still want to encourage you guys to get as many people as you can. So everyone that you're able to make an introduction to us to and actually does an investor call with us, we'll give you 1 point, okay? And if they invest, you get 5, all right? So you could potentially get 6 points on one person, okay? So the goal is between now and Monday, that's why I mentioned at the beginning of this call, like I need you guys to help. I need you guys to put us in touch with some people because my team, we've been making calls all week, but we just want you guys to help, like go help us in the community, right? I'll tell you this is one of the perfect things for the sub 2 community. And this is why I built it, right? There's so many people in sub 2 I want to work with, but a lot of those people might not be ready some of them might not be accredited. So they can't invest in my fund, or they might not have 50,000. But as you guys know, that's one of my favorite things about Revive Club is the minimum's only 10,000. So question on that, guys. Do you guys think you can help me find some people? And they don't have to be in sub 2. They could be anyone you know that might be interested and would get the same, because I know a lot of you guys are excited to learn and how to do fix and flips and be able to do deals and build out your track record. But do you guys think you guys could find some people who might be interested? We did. You're probably
Not by Monday.
yes, Maritza. Yes, you're probably like, why are you telling me it's on a Friday? Well, we did. I'm pretty sure we emailed you guys earlier in the week. But has anybody got a head start on it? Has anybody made any introductions yet? Anybody got a head start? I don't have a scoreboard yet. Herbert's working on it.
I talked to 3 people, but I don't know if they're going to hit the link or not. But because one guy, he's an investor, so I'm trying to reel him in.
Got it. Okay. Well, I will share this. All right. So you guys got to go as fast as you can, get as many referrals as you can. But here's the thing is I'm committing to you guys. I don't want to stretch this out any longer than basically June 30th, July 1st, right, at midnight. But if you have somebody who is interested, we're going to close it out. But there is a way where I don't know if I told you guys this on one of the earlier calls we went over this. I actually bought 10 shares for myself that I'm either going to keep, but I'm also, some of the people who come to the Revive Summit, they're going to be able to get some of those shares. So if you do have somebody who's like really interested but can't hit that June 1st, July 1st deadline, there might still be an option, okay? But my point is I don't want to delay you guys. So that's why we're locking in that July 1st deadline, okay? So I don't know if that's confusing, but long story short, get them in by Monday. But if you have somebody who still wants to do it and they just can't possibly do it by Monday, let me know. But again, all they got to do is go put 2% on the fractional. It's super easy, like $200. They can use a credit card. Because that's the question I get a lot too. People are like, wait, I'm using like Herbert. Me and Herbert were talking about this, right? Like he's waiting on another deal to fund, right? I'm like, hey, you'll be good. Just put in the 2% now, as long as that deal is ready to go between July 1st and July 15th is when we'll fund. As long as you guys have the capital ready to go by then, or somebody else you know does, then they're good to go. All right. But what question? I'm going to pause for questions on that. Let's start with, first off, what questions do you guys have on helping with referrals? Did I make it confusing? Again,
So,
go ahead.
Casey,
Go ahead, Marisa.
I just moved to Tennessee and I'm getting, I have connections that I'm going to be working on. I would like to be able, and I don't know that you already have, maybe not on this round of what you're trying to do, but on your next one, is there like videos that I can, because we talked about the credit cards. I'm very well familiar with that and I'm really good at that. This is my second time around, which was a lot of pieces, but I learned a lot. And you had mentioned about maybe I can help teach or kind of show people how to do that. So I would like to be able to start now so that your next time that you're going to have something going on, I can then be all involved and have spoken to people to be able to come in. And I don't know that they're all accredited or not, but $10,000, it's probably not a lot for a lot of people. Some people can have that, but I need kind of like the book. Hey, this is what we do first. This is what we prepare and stuff. because I know a lot of people might have some credit situations, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible. And then your Chase guy, he's a key. There's a lot of stuff that he knows that I don't know that he will share with us. He'll probably share with you, but if we get into that rhythm of trying to do the credit cards, I can definitely help with that.
Love it. Okay. Yeah, so let me clarify a couple things. Great stuff. So yes, let's do this. I'm going to commit to giving, along with this recording, I'm going to share a Google Drive that me and Ashley could put together all of the collateral, right? I've got a one pager, which one pager just means like a simple one page PDF of the high level. I gave you guys a summary in like 3 minutes at the beginning. It's a high level view of what is Revive Club. So you could share that. I'll also share the YouTube video when I was at Dealmaker with Pace, in front of Pace and Jamil and everybody, right? That one's like 10 minutes. It's a really good high level view of it. And then I also have a detailed breakdown where I talk about the credit cards and everything. And it's like 40 minutes on YouTube. So I'll share all those resources with you guys. I'll just drop it in a Google Drive folder. And then that way you guys, that would be tremendously helpful, Maritza, if you guys can share that with people. Because here's the thing. I've yet to have somebody who's like, oh, I don't like the terms, or I'm not, like, I haven't had anything negative about it. It's just following up with people and getting them to move forward, right? A lot of you guys, I'm thankful you guys took action, but a lot of people, you got to prod them and push them a little bit, or they don't understand it all, right? So I love how Maritza brought up, if I can give you guys the content. So if you guys could share it with them, but where you can help me is be like, hey, you guys got to get in by Monday, or I'm not going to get my points. And I'm not going to get to go up to Wyoming and Salt Lake City. All right. So I will commit to that. You know what, Ashley, let's drop a Google Drive link in the chat, because it might take me a day to get this recording out. We'll get it to our team really fast, but I want to be able to get this to you guys like right away. So Ashley, let's just create a Google Drive folder and we can drop that one pager in there. But what other questions do you guys have? I'll make sure I get you guys. What other, that was so good. Like, tell me what do I need to do to help you guys? Like, how can I, because my thought is right now we've got like 20 people on this call. Like, if I could have 20 other people helping me do this, like, we're going to hit 1 million for sure. But like I said, no pressure. We're going regardless. It's going to happen. We could fund tomorrow if we needed to, but I want to fill it up. And I also want to give you guys a cool opportunity to come join us at base camp. Let me go check the chat real quick. Oh, I've been missing a bunch of stuff in the chat. Okay. Here's the studio chat. Okay, cool. All right. So Ashley shared the Google Drive folder with you guys, which will dump a couple of those documents in there. We'll put like the one pager in, and then you guys can see that link below as well. That's where you guys could see other links in there too. Okay. But also that page that Ashley shared, it's got a full breakdown of like everything in there. I don't know how many of you guys actually read it all, or just maybe listened to me on the Dealmaker stage, but I'll tell you one thing, guys. When I raise capital, like, I've learned that you got to give everybody everything, right? You got to give some people who want to see all the underwriting. Oh, that's another thing I'll share with you guys. Hopefully you guys got that. If not, I can resend it to you. But I sent an email out last week with a breakdown of the underwriting, so you guys can kind of see the deals. Because I know some people want to see the underwriting. They want to see it, break it down in a Loom video. Some people want to see a long webinar, like 40 minutes, like I shared. And some people just want the cliff notes in 10 minutes. Other people just want a one pager. I want to know high level. I got 5 minutes and I want to make a decision. Okay. I try to give you guys all of those. Okay. What other questions you guys have on helping with the referrals? Everybody understand how to make a referral, how to actually do it? Super, super easy. Just here, I'll pop my email in the chat. All right. All I'm asking for you guys to do is just send an introduction email to Casey at YO Houses with whoever you're introducing. Okay. And from there, we'll schedule the meeting with them. Ashley, anything else to add there? Or I'm just trying to make sure we make this as easy as we can on the students to help at least get the 1 points, right? The 1 points are you guys just booking us on meetings. And then we might even lean back to you guys. We might do the call and be like, hey, Monica, thanks for introducing us to Mary over here. We had a great call. She said she's going to invest, but she sounds like she knows you. You might have to help her. You might have to remind her. But was there anything else, Ashley, that we should add to make it easier on them? Yeah, just email it.
Yeah, emailing. And then I saw Micah put a good thing, the script. I can also put a good like sample script in the drive as well.
Perfect. Yeah. Because guys, we have some people on our team that have been helping make calls too, so we can share that script. But guys, it's really easy. I mean, we can record this, but or we can use some AI. But if I'm presenting it, I'm just saying, hey, you're going to learn how to fix and flip. Our goal is to do 20 plus deals. We're going to shoot for a 10% return over 2 years, and it's really that simple. Like, hey, do you want to get in and be a part of deals and get to learn how to fix and flip? We're going to be doing some new construction, some buy and holds, a lot of different things. But you can keep it super high level. And the biggest thing is, I think just sharing the videos will help them. And then getting them to watch the video. Be like, hey, go watch Casey on the stage at Dealmaker, or go watch this long form video, but actually make them watch it. If they go watch it and they're interested, I think they'll sign up. Good question though. I'm glad on the script. So we'll give you a quick brief one. Let's see. Which link wasn't working? Was it the Google Drive one? I did try the fractional one. It worked. What other questions you guys have so far?
The Google Drive link right now is empty, so you won't see anything in there, but I will be loading stuff in there.
Yeah.
So you guys
Ashley's going to load it right after the call. We wanted to do that on the fly for you guys to make it super easy. Okay. So another big one, you guys got to get back to Ashley on the hats, right? If you guys want a cool hat like this one is not the Revive method. This is my Bighorn Capital one, but we're getting Revive Club hats. All right. So if you guys are coming to, if you guys want to get your Revive Club hat, you got to fill out the form. Okay. Otherwise you're going to get a random color. All right. But I'm trying to help you guys out, let you choose. We got a couple different options. And then, so I wanted to highlight that. The other big one is Revive Summit. Okay. It's coming right up. Ashley, do you want to share the landing page? It's scheduled. We talked a little bit about this last Friday, but if you guys haven't booked your flights yet, I would highly recommend it. I would recommend flying in on Thursday. So it'd be, I think, Thursday the 10th. The summit is on the 11th and 12th, which is Friday, Saturday. And if you guys want to fly out Saturday night, you could. I'd recommend probably Sunday so you guys can hang out and not be in a rush on for Saturday. But I understand sometimes, like Owners Club yesterday, I had to, you know what? Actually, yesterday, Owners Club, I booked out a flight at 2:00 p.m. because I wanted to get home. But I'm like, man, I can't leave. Like, this is so valuable being around the right people. And I ended up pushing it back to like 8:00 flight, which then got canceled. And then I got to drive from Monterey to LA this all night long and fly back here. But anyway, I did it because I wanted to be around the more right people, and it was totally worth it, even if I had to sleep in the back of the truck. But I'm doing good. What other questions you guys have? What time will we go till on Saturday? Good question, Michael. So yeah, I think we probably going to wrap around 4:00 Saturday. And then we're going to do for the VIPs. And if anybody is interested, I didn't cover this today, but anybody who invests 30,000 or more, we do have a couple VIP tickets left. So if you guys want to do VIP, there's a VIP dinner Saturday night, but also if you guys don't do that, like there'll be a bunch of people there. You guys should go hang out. It's in a really cool part of Houston. It's going to be hot, but it's still a really cool spot. Revive Spa. I just saw that too. Love it.
I have a question.
Go for it, Monica.
So, I actually haven't even invested yet. I'm with Lucas Winningham up there somewhere on here. And he saw you at the Golden Ticket, and so we probably are. So what is the learning part of it? Like, how do we, I mean, I get that we invest money and we get the return on the investment, but how do we learn as we go? Is there like
Yes.
Zoom to keep us involved in it, or like, okay.
Yes. Great question. And again, I want to be
I'm like a
super,
newbie. I do like the lending part of it, but I also want to learn like what you're doing and be a part
yeah.
of like, even if I am just the fly on the wall, not in the ride along, but as far away from home, like virtually, I would love to just learn what all is
Yes.
happening.
Yeah, so lots of different opportunities, okay? First off is we'll be doing monthly Zooms, all right? Keep you guys up to date, but we're going to be doing weekly updates, all right? I don't know if I can commit to weekly Zooms, but we're even looking at that, okay? But we will be giving you guys weekly updates. I would love to do that, even if it's not me on there every week and it's someone from my team. Regardless, you guys are going to get weekly updates, okay? The other cool thing is you get a free ticket. By signing up, you guys are going to get a free ticket to Revive Summit. So Revive Summit is going to be an incredible opportunity where you're going to be with me for 2 days and in Houston, right? And if you guys can't make the one in July, it's July 11th and 12th. We're going to be doing these multiple times throughout the year. So you're going to get a free ticket. That's going to be another awesome way to learn. And the biggest thing is, guys, we're just going to be updating you guys as we do deals, right? Like for example, in the 2 weeks before we do deals, I'm going to be like showing you guys the underwriting of like, hey, here are the deals we're looking at. Because here's the thing too. These are deals in my pipeline. I'm going to do the deals whether Revive Club does them or not. Like I'm hoping you guys, everyone steps up and votes and we can do them with Revive Club. But these are deals I'm going to do regardless. And I'm going to walk you through why I got these under contract and why I like them, right? So I'm going to be showing you that, the weekly webinars, monthly webinars, potentially definitely weekly check-ins. And yeah, that's the biggest thing is I'm just going to like when the ride along is going to be really cool because you're going to be able to see the assets like face to face. I'm not going to promise this, but I would love to create some other opportunities throughout the year where you guys could go see some of the assets and see some of the properties. But the biggest thing is, another one. So my team, we use Company Cam. That's how my contractors send us pictures and updates. You guys are going to get a login to Company Cam. That way you can see the updates, right? You're going to see the progress of the fix and flips, all right? We're kind of still working on our systems of like, how do we give you guys, my goal is to give you as much visibility as I have on a fix and flip. I want to give you the same amount. Now my COO is like, Casey, are you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yes, these people should see it, right? They're not, again, to be very clear, very, very, very clear. the way Revive Club works is we all have to agree and vote upon the deals we do. Okay. But once we do the deal, my team will be making the operational decisions, right? Which I think we can probably all appreciate. And that's what I told my COO. It's like, they're not going to make decisions. They just want to learn. They just want to see it. Okay. So you'll be able to see the photos, you'll be able to see the budgets, and yeah, all the exciting stuff. So that was probably way more detail than you needed. But that is one of my biggest goals of this, right? I want by the end of this year that you don't just have a track record of 20 properties that you did, that you're listed on the JV agreement with your name on the, and you'll be on the LLC agreement. We'll have a JV agreement with my company. That's another thing too, is like, I'll try to give you guys like behind the scenes look of like how I communicate with the banks, right? How I set up the financing with these deals, right? How do I leverage my small bank relationships to go do these deals? But unfortunately, I can't go get a loan with Revive Club because I can't have 50 different people sign on the loan docs, or at least my bank would probably, they wouldn't do the loan, honestly. So I'm going to be the one like securing the loan, but there'll be a JV agreement between Revive Club and like my LLC that's doing the fix and flipping. Okay. I forget where I was going with that, but that's going to be kind of the structure deals. And I just want to show you as much as we can along the way. Well, that was it. Cause like, I didn't want to just give you guys like a list of 20 properties and say, hey, here you go. Like that was one thing I'm going to give to you guys is you're going to have this track record of all these properties, before and afters, settlement statements, like all the documents. So so if anybody, like when you guys want to go do your future deals, you're going to have all the information, right? You're going to have a built out track record. But what I don't want to do is, you've got a built out track record, but you have no idea what happened. And because I would not want you to go to a bank or a private money lender and say, hey, I did all these deals, but have no idea what happened, right? I would not advise anybody to do that. So that's why I want to show you guys like behind the scenes look, right? Now, you're not going to understand like I do, and I'm not going to be able to explain every question, but I'm going to help you guys as much as I can. And here's the last cool thing. Because of Fractional, it's going to be like its own Facebook group. So when you guys have questions, you guys can help each other because everyone's on different levels, and there's going to be lots of little updates. And so I want it to be just like a Facebook group where you guys can ask questions and you guys can help each other.
Hey,
What's
Casey,
up, Herbert?
hey, you might already went over it, right? I don't remember though. But like after the deal is closed, does that money, does I guess the interest payment or whatever, does that get paid out, or does that continue to go for the 2 years? The 10%, does that get paid like after let's say we've done like 3 deals? Does
Yeah.
that get paid like after
Good
those
question.
deals, or does it go back in and keep going for the full 2 years?
Very good question, Herbert. And if anybody asks, that way you guys can tell people too. We're only going to do one distribution. It's going to be at the end of 2 years, right? This makes it way easier from the accounting side of it. And honestly, it allows us to recycle that money, right? We can keep recycling that money as many times as we can, right? So, yep, we will just do one distribution at the very end of it. But it is very important because we didn't get into the credit card stuff today. And if you guys have questions on the credit cards, I wanted you guys to go back and watch some of the other that long webinar. I go into it, okay? But if you do have a credit card, like Maritza asked last week, we will be making the payments on the credit card. That way, the payment, like you have to make a minimum payment, but we will not be doing distributions for the company. We will do those all at the end of 2 years to make it nice and easy. Oh, another cool thing is too, which you reminded me, Herbert, is you guys won't have to wait 2 years to have your track record built out, right? We're going to build out deals in real time that like you could start leveraging this like right away. Like the goal is going to be, we're going to go close a bunch of deals like as soon as we start, and those will go into the track record, right? They might not be completed, but at least you could start to show, hey, these are projects I'm working on. So you're not going to have to wait 2 years to have it. Like it's going to be a live ongoing document. I love Google Sheets. I love having things live and in real time. Cool. Let's
Okay, so
go ahead.
you'll be giving us a 1099 at the end of the 2 years. Is that how it's going to work?
Yeah, you know what?
Or are we part owners?
It would be, I'm pretty sure it's a K1. Yeah, because you guys would be partners. So yeah, it should be a
Oh,
K1. I need to
okay.
double check with fractional, but I'm 90% sure it's a K1 because you guys are partners.
Okay, so we are part
Yeah.
owners. Yeah, I don't want a 1099. I'm going to be part owner. I just want to be able to just continue the portfolio.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Good question. All right. Well, we can kind of wrap there. But again, I want to make sure any other questions, or let me ask this for the challenge for the 4 spots on the ride along. Who thinks they can go find some people? Let's see it, either hands raised or put it in the chat. Anybody? I know Maritza's got some people she's working on. Brady does. Carolyn. Awesome. Anybody else got some people they can think of they can reach out to between now and Monday? Come on, we got to have a few more, you guys. Cool. Lucas has got it. Love it. Monica. Sweet. So yeah, guys, jump on that. Oh, and to clarify, somebody might be wondering this. What if you're not in Revive Club, can you still help with that? Yes, absolutely. You could still make referrals. If you could still help us have people join, that would be awesome, right? And if some of you guys aren't a part of it, I really hope you guys do it. You could put your 2% in by Monday. But I do understand some of you guys are just getting started, and I've talked to some students where literally their first 10,000 went to sign up for sub 2, and now they got to do some deals. So I understand some of you guys that might not be there for, but again, that's where you could bring value in sub 2, right? Is help people, help other people connect and raise money. Okay. So again, I need you to help me. I want to bring you guys. I want to bring at least 4 of you. Well, it's going to be 4, right? But we all gotta need you guys' help. All right. Help with the referrals. And we'll get this finished up and we'll get rolling July 1st. All right. I'm going to wrap up there. You guys enjoy your weekends and get to work on those referrals. Thanks, guys.